Peace. What up, y'all? It is the guy, Anti-Simp, back with a new video. One thing I always found really interesting about a lot of our discussions about relationships on social media, it's women who often say, you know, a man is supposed to be a provider. A man is supposed to provide, and women aren't supposed to pay any bills. That's what they say, right? Providing is the man's job. That's also what they say, right? Yet, women want a man to come home after slaying dragons and trying to provide for his family and help them around the house. You have 16 hours after your man leaves to go out and slay dragons, and you still need help. The house is supposed to be the woman's responsibility. Buying the vacuum cleaner, the washer and dryer machine, paying utilities is the man helping around the house. And I don't think he should lift a finger more if he's out slaying dragons all day. You don't think women should pay bills. You don't think women should help to pay any bills. But you think a man should help you with responsibilities meant for women. You don't want to, you think it's a man's job to provide, and you don't want to involve yourselves in any of that. But the responsibilities that are placed upon you, you think a man should involve himself in. Interesting. After working all day, he has to come home and work overtime, deal with you and the kids, and he better hope he get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep to do it all again the next day. Also, what kind of nutritious meals are you women preparing so that he can have the energy to fight dragons? Do you even know anything about nutrition? The right amount of protein, the right amount of carbs, the right amount of fat, sugars, or are you slapping takeout on his plate? Fried chicken, whole bunch of sauces in his meals, high sodium meals. Are you preparing the right amount of meals and nutrition for your man and your children so that they have the energy to deal with the day ahead? Realistically, there's so much emphasis on what men should be doing, and that if a man asks a woman to go 50-50 on anything, then he is not a real man. That women shouldn't take him seriously in a relationship. That he shouldn't be given submission in the relationship. But how much how much should a man take away from women when they can't even do the things that are supposed to be a woman's job? You're supposed to make a house into a home, and yet you cannot handle the responsibilities and they're not that great of responsibilities. Aside from, I wasn't gonna say aside from the kids, but even when it comes to the kids, you're talking about maybe the first few years that the kids are at home, homeschooling them, teaching them basic skills, teaching them, you know, basic manners and things of that nature, how to conduct themselves. And then at right around the age that they're like 5 years old, you're sending them off to school. You're sending them off to school, and then it's the school's problem. So you have essentially 16 hours of the day, and a lot of you women can't even handle that. You can't handle that even when we have tons of, like, men have civilized the world to the point where we have tons of household appliances that make your job around the house easier. And don't say that, that it doesn't, because I've actually seen it in action. I've been in homes in which all the wife did was she cooked, she cleaned, she did everything, and she was not under any type of stress or pressure. She relaxed most of the time. She would do all the laundry within a single day. and still have time to cook the meals. Occasionally, she was like a consultant or something like that, so she would like handle her work office, which was in the house. Her work office was in the house, and she would check out her emails or whatever. But these are things that were going on while she was taking care of laundry, while she was already preparing for the food. First thing in the morning, the meat that they were going to be having for dinner that day is already in the sink thawing out. So by the time 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock rolled around, no, yeah, 5, 6 o'clock was rolling around, the dinner was already ready. Dinner was already ready. The latest anyone had eaten dinner. No, the latest that anyone had, yeah, the latest that anyone had eaten dinner, and were dishes were done, and everybody was ready to go to bed was like 7:30 was the latest that people was ready to go to bed. Dinner was already finished by that time. The dog had already eaten. Yes, they had a dog too. They had it all. The dog, the house, the pool, all that type of stuff. The working husband, the kids that lived in the house. These are things that were done, and she did not look stressed out or worn out. And you guys don't think anybody notices like body languages. You think that nobody notices. You think that we all men are naive, that we can't pay attention to certain things that go on with you all. Some men are like that, but not all of us. There are women who, when they come home from work, they bake and they cook because that's what they like to do. You guys have men have civilized the world to the point where household chores should not take you 16 hours of the day to complete. By the time you wake up into the morning, you should be already in the deep freezer picking out the meat that you're going to be serving for dinner. And the veggies and things of nature it should be easy. They take less than an hour to prepare. You have crock pots, pressure cookers, grills. You have like state of the art vacuum cleaners that just get it done. You have mops that just get it done, and y'all really act like you know y'all can't be bothered to do these things by yourselves. And then you have the nerve to look down upon anyone that thinks that well, let's go Dutch on everything. Let's go split the household responsibilities. If we're going to split the household responsibilities, or if you know it takes two incomes to survive, well, then you act like a guy can't tell you what to do. You act like the man can't be the head of the household when he's requiring you to contribute financially to the household bills and responsibilities. But we're expected to look at you like you are fully like full women. We're supposed to look at you as though you are competent and capable women when you require help around the house, and we have modern technology that make help that you don't even need help around the house. What could you possibly? I would really like to know that in the comments. What women could possibly need help with in the modern day, considering how much we civilize the world? I don't think a man who slays dragons all day should have to come home and lift a finger. I feel like his sandwiches and his beer should be ready by the time he walks into the door, and his woman should be on her knees thanking him for providing for her. Anyway, this is all the time that I care to give this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.